Today I've been thinking about boundaries, and obviously we all know about boundaries and why it's important to have boundaries and why it's important to sort of know what your boundaries are and feel okay with saying no and honoring your boundaries. But something that we don't really talk about that much, and it really came to me today, was honoring other people's boundaries. Because I think sometimes when we put a boundary down, or we often think about putting our own boundaries down, but we don't sometimes think about how we feel when other people put boundaries on us. And because a lot of us in the human experience are, we have rejection wounds, we have abandonment wounds, we kind of thrive on validation, until you've truly not completed yourself, but found inner wholeness to a point where you're not seeking outside validation anymore. We're seeking it in other people. So when other people put boundaries on us, how are we taking those boundaries? And this was something I realized a lot of us don't really think about. We go around putting boundaries down with other people and slowly learning how to have stronger boundaries and learning about what our boundaries are. But do we think about how we take other people's boundaries? So for example, if someone says to us no, are we able to be okay with that no? Or does it make us feel we've been rejected? Does it make us angry? Does it make us pull away from that person? Because sometimes we want to be able to have our boundaries, but then when other people give us boundaries, we just end up feeling so rejected that we respond quite negatively and angrily. And we don't really actually sort of step up and accept those people's boundaries. So while you're expecting everybody to conform to yours, do you conform to other people? So for example, if your partner puts a boundary down with you and says no, are you okay with that? Are you okay with their boundary? Or does it make you feel really hurt and upset that they've said no to you? And I think a big part of boundaries is that it's quite a wide topic. It's not just being able to place your boundaries, it's being able to navigate around other people's boundaries as well, and understand that they have boundaries. And we're all part of this one source, and we're all affecting one another with everything that we do. And it's important that we all go around and we have our freedom to really be able to feel authentic and feel like our boundaries are being honored. But then we also have to accept that that involves being okay with other people's boundaries, and some of those boundaries might actually make us feel unworthy or rejected if we're still carrying those wounds. For example, this is a really just the conversation that came up this morning with another friend. It's not one of my issues, but where she had a boundary around sleeping with somebody and having sex with somebody, and her feeling, bad to say no. But then when she was saying no, I thought, she said he does have some issues of thinking that, it might be because he's not very good in bed. So that whole scenario, you can see how both people's boundaries can be affected by that. So one person could end up doing something they don't want to because they can't place a boundary. But then the other person, when they do place a boundary, has to not take it personally and has to understand that that person just said no, they don't want to do it. And it doesn't mean that they are less worthy or they are in somehow inferior, but if you have a low self-worth, you're going to take someone else's boundary really personally. So yeah, I'm going to end the video there because that's really all that I wanted to say. But yeah, just whilst you're going around and learning how to navigate boundaries and place yours, think about how you respond when other people give you a boundary, and when other people say no to you, how does it affect you? And are you able to be strong enough in your self-worth to accept their no and their boundary, and not take it personally? So yeah, just a little thought for the day. And yeah, hope everyone's good, and speak to you soon.